Hello, viewers, and we're about to use our Lord and Master Citizen Brown himself.
Come in, citizen. Martin McFly, age 18, resident of Sector L, Father George, Mother Lorraine, president of the Junior Brown Brigade, recipient of a full-ride scholarship to Strickland College, winner of the Courthouse Challenge to Portland Award, 0 demerits until this morning. The obvious question, Mr. McFly, is, what happened to you?
Oh, God. I cannot.
You gotta believe me, Doc. I only did it to get your attention.
Doc. Interesting. You regard me as a doctor, indicating awareness that you're suffering from some variety of mental disorder. That's a hopeful sign, Martin. Of course, I'm not actually a doctor, but I do have the tools to turn you around and put you back on the road to societal normalization. Shall we begin with a few questions to establish a baseline?
Whatever. Let's get through this nonsense so I can set you straight.
You'll set me straight? Explain.
This whole crazy world you've created, it's totally
begin.
mental. There's all these stupid rules and everybody's acting all weird. My dad's turned into this creepy snoop. Mom's completely pathetic. And Jennifer's kind of scary. And Biff, it's like he's a zombie or something. And it's all basically your fault.
That is a little odd, isn't it?
So you believe this interview is really more about me than you?
Yes.
You went through all this trouble just to deliver a message to me in person?
Yes.
A cry for help, as it were.
Yes. No. Wait.
Tell me, Martin, is your mother on the sauce again?
This is kind of a bit personal.
Not where I come from. When I left here, both my parents were happy and well-adjusted. Okay, they didn't start out that way, but that's where your time machine comes in.
Time machine?
Yeah, Doc, listen to me. You don't remember it, but you built a time machine out of a DeLorean.
Why?
Well, just for the hell of
It
it,
never came to
I guess.
mind.
Plus, the steel frame of the DeLorean dispersal, I don't know. It was
Why?
important for some reason.
Well, who knows?
Fascinating.
Who cares?
Yes, it is fascinating. It's amazing. It's incredible. But you don't know it because you've never invented it. You're not the real Doc Brown. You gotta believe me.
And this is because?
Everything got screwed up when I went back in time to 1931.
Sounds like this time machine is a very
Because
practical...
of, and this whole thing, because over an arsonist.
Yes,
This
I
entire
mean, no.
thing
What I mean is
is
it's messed up a lot of
freaking
things.
insane.
But first, it made a lot of things better. Like my mom and my dad. It was only thanks to your time machine that they ever became successful and happy.
So they're happy.
But they're not, because you summoned me back in time, and somehow your timeline got messed up, and everybody else is
Yeah, because
along
of
with
an
it.
arsonist.
I see.
No,
Well,
you don't. Think
now remember,
back. Don't you
get
remember me?
one, I
We
guess.
knew each other when you were 18. I'm Harry Callahan.
Incredible.
Yeah, don't you
This
remember?
case is more serious than I'd imagined. The boy has fabricated an alternate reality.
Believe me, I wish I had fabricated it.
Calm down, Martin. I'm not blaming you for anything. The failure is ours, not yours. Obviously, there was a drastic flaw in your social conditioning.
Yeah, you don't understand.
No, I don't understand yet, but I want to. I want to get at the root of your problem. Keep talking.
Well, he would like to know more.
Take
That's
your time.
Kind of good,
Look
bruh.
around the room. Perhaps something here will stimulate your memory.
Oh, so you do remember a bit. But, do you remember what happened in
Remember this?
1931?
Carl Sagan
That should
escapes.
start some memory.
June 13th, 1931. Yes, I remember the incident back when crime went unchecked in Hill Valley.
I'm the one who rescued him, and I did it with the help of your first invention, the rocket-powered drill.
The rocket-powered drill. Never worked. Failed and
Well, you
misguided
can't deny
contraption with
that.
a tendency to explode. An impressively
Yes,
detailed
but
illusion.
I'm not certain. You
Talk.
still just have to keep burying all the memories back.
So that's what Judge Brown looked like.
How about your
I never
dad?
actually saw him.
Of course not. He died before you were
Wow.
born. He was my
Looks like
biggest
you're
support.
afraid of
After
him.
my wife, of course.
That's a switch.
Oh, that's
Last
old.
time I saw your younger self, you and your dad
thought
had just had a big
he
falling
just
out over your
told
decision to become an
someone.
inventor instead of a lawyer. Isn't that right?
Bizarre.
He is resisting, but I think we're getting to him.
Okay, take a look at this picture of Einstein here.
The dog.
Yeah, how about
Harboring
this?
dangerous animals is a municipal offense.
Yeah, they told me. But you harbored this very same animal once, a long time ago. Remember the test run of your rocket
Yeah,
car?
you can
Einstein
deny
landed on
that,
the roof
can
of the
you?
courthouse.
I do recall something of the sort, but naturally it couldn't have been the same dog.
There wasn't anything natural about it. Einstein's a time traveler too, thanks to your invention.
Stop trying to confuse me! My whole life has
Wow, I
been
think
dedicated to the
uh-oh.
practical use of technology to shape a more
bad
efficient,
enough
orderly
by now about the
society.
whole time
Ask
machine
anyone.
thing.
It's a fact.
Now that would
Look
have
it
been bad.
You know better, right? Emmett?
Wrong. Do you see this picture? I keep it close by me to remind me of the moment when my life's course became clear. August 25th, 1931. The day I single-handedly captured Kit Tannen, the scourge of
Oh, that's crap.
Single-handedly?
And not incidentally the day I caught the eye of Edward
Single-handedly
Strickland,
my ass.
scientific muse and the love of my life. Take a look. What you see there is a young man who understands his destiny.
That's not what I see.
Wait a sec.
What do you see?
I think I got a good one for him. Proof right there. And well, come on. Okay, there we go. Well, how do you
I
explain
think
this?
it is.
What?
It's me, and you, the other you.
You can't
It is
deny
me.
it, can you?
And you? But how? Harry? It's impossible.
No,
Oh
it's
crap,
science.
you know.
Your science, Doc.
In this other world, the one you say you come from, am I happy there?
Very happy.
No, I'm just
You've
gonna
got
let
two
Dan
great
go,
sons.
right?
Sons,
Yes, and a fantastic wife.
not Edna.
Not even remotely. And your invention. Jeez, Doc, you can go anywhere you want to. Anywhere in time. You're the luckiest guy in the universe.
And what about Hill Valley?
Hill Valley. You know it's got problems. A little bit of urban decay here, a little bit of crime there. It's a normal city. People are happy, mostly. And even when they're miserable, they're not miserable like they are in your Hill Valley.
Stop! There are no miserable people in my Hill Valley.
Give me a break. You don't really
My
believe.
citizens lead lives of order and peace. Nobody worries. Nobody complains.
Only because they were afraid to. Jeez, open your eyes, will you? You and Edna have got them all terrorized.
That's Mrs. Brown to you, Sonny.
Doc,
Kindly address me as Your Honor. We worked for over 50 years, my wife and I. Every waking moment devoted to ridding Hill Valley of vice and disorder. And you dare to claim that our citizens are unhappy?
yeah, I do. I've seen it. They're just too afraid to speak up.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
Afraid of the consequences of their actions, Doc. You run this place like it's a police state.
Nonsense.
I can prove it.
All right then, time travel boy. You do that. And until you do, I'm going to treat your wild story as just that. A story told by a madman. And I've determined that the best treatment is simply to let the insanity run its course.
So, is the interview over? Should I leave?
Please do. I'm very busy. I've got a city to run.
Fine, but I'll be back with proof.
Well, we have the perfect source of evidence to prove it.
Doc wants proof that Hill Valley isn't the perfect place he thinks it is. One smoking gun coming up. Dad!
Uh-oh.
Pop out the tape, son. I think it's done rewinding.
Whoa, whoa, take it easy. Sit here.
Guess I blacked out for a minute there. Fell out of my chair.
Fell nothing. Somebody whacked you.
Whacked me? Impossible. We take great pride in the fact that incidences of physical violence in Hill Valley have fallen to virtually
Yeah, who's
Well, Jake, can you
capable
tell me?
enough to do
This can't
such
be
an evil
happening.
thing?
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
No, the metal bat would work to start off.
Dad, that's not one of our bats, is it?
No. No. McFlys never use aluminum bats. Curious.
Oh, wait, don't touch it. It's evidence.
Of what? Oh, why would anyone do a thing like that to a nice Sector L citizen like me?
What's the last thing you remember?
I was sitting right here, copying another incriminating scene onto my tapes. My tapes! What happened to my tapes?
Stay calm, Dad.
Are they on the floor? Do you see them? They're in a box marked raw footage.
Well, at least now we just have to find it.
Here it is. Raw footage.
Thank heavens.
Wait a minute.
You see, I told you were just jumping to conclusions. All these dark suspicions about thieves and attackers when all the time it was just...
Empty.
What?
There's no tapes.
Well, there goes
But
our
I'm
proof.
sure they were in there before.
Before whoever it was whacked you in the head and took them.
Oh my gosh, I've been mugged. Mugged in Hill Valley. They can't get away with it. Oh!
Don't worry, Dad. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Who could have done this to me?
Well, I know one bitch who could
Who
have done
wouldn't
it.
want Doc to get the straight dope on Hill Valley? Edna!
Are you saying I was mugged by the mayor's elderly wife?
Well, that
not
would
exactly.
make a lot
No.
of sense.
Oh, it's no use. The
Or is
tapes
that-
are
or is it
gone.
just me
All I can do is hope against
who
hope they
thinks
don't
she's
surface and land me in
evil?
trouble.
Come on, Dad. We can't just give up. I mean, maybe there's some more clues around here.
What's the use? Even if we find out who took the tapes, we're not going to be able to get them back without attracting attention to ourselves.
There's gotta be something we could do to get our hands on those tapes.
Well, we can make new ones.
We can?
Sure. It may take a while, but if you're willing to help your old man out, it shouldn't take us more than, say, 6 months.
We can't wait
6 months.
for that.
But I need those tapes now.
You need the tapes.
What I mean is... I gotta give it to Citizen Brown. I told him I was gonna furnish him with proof that Hill Valley isn't as happy as he thinks it is when I was in his office, just before I came here.
You had an interview with Citizen Brown?
It wasn't easy to get, believe me. I had to break all kinds of rules.
You've been breaking rules?
Harboring
Yeah,
stray
it was
dogs,
the
kissing
only
girls
way.
in public, getting caught with Mom's flask.
That is the most far-fetched story I've ever heard.
It's true.
You forget I'm your father.
Well,
I know
enjoy
your
the rest of
history.
the next time.
Yeah, well,
We'll start
history's
looking.
changed.
Prove it.
I don't think they'd be interested in a picture of my dad. Nah, it was hard enough getting it from him in the first place.